So ewo people floor.
Na me da ase. Na me fa akwanya isu na me ma otiefo na mahwefo nyina. Minchia mikro me hene. Na ntebo apra. To so nan.
Na anu na wokokra na yere.
Ya me boa kosie da ebe na otna sekura wo. Christian hima.
Okay.
Osime nkan tro say fo nim nyam bra beta na chi.
Ka jense meba.
Me ma mampani John Ramani Mama so me ma no ayiko ewo tumidi fofra abekram say Ghana fo nyina dia. Nana how ni de me dem constituency de say we real constituency na hone ye wo second home. Your challenges say na penny e kan in terms of adwuma de ne baby a ade be na baby de no e chen baby me hono ne haye kese pa ye mienu ya kwan ene adwuma ye kwan de nyame adom asabia aba ofrase a wo ye onwie ti ye boy ne ma ministries kudi di nkomo kakra ti ye toa so se ne be ya list kwan be di mu na grade 4 ne 24 ne adraba 4 ne kawunes nso so enkasa se kwan ya wo kan say at least how no so beti kakra nti asa ye nimpa ye da sori a ade echi a emre ese de ne chese how no ibi ba ne se ebe kabade ye boye wa yankopon pa ye se o man adwen ne nyansa ibi timina ye de so an
nti basically mo ha pa ne
ya ye djuma ye mebuni ni djuma na unim o ka galamse a na ese me hono obia ka galamse woni area me gise eye me ho e de na de galamse ne ba ye bedi no krama ye ho a mebu a wagana nyina no empe djuma mo ye no titi o mo ye sa galamse no mo mpe ko se nya djuma ahoto awu but akoba no saying the absence of nothing anything goes muni bibia ye djuma ni ho enyo mfum so nti na djuma ni ho ene djuma be nyina akoso kwa kopibia ya ese fa si mi bra fa testimony bra
okuta si bi kura onye bi nyo
ene ya se
na ka ye benya graduate unemployment
I think say ye nyina ye kasem no there is something a show unemployment rate as a country kwan be ne be fa so a we ever fight this particular canker because gradually it is becoming a canker ye gi ye ho a enje me just no abo place
oh nana aya ye kan ya kase o na ban japade ho ne ye ton ye ajaba japa me nkasa ban japade ye ton ye ne ya de papa but bia na aban free say hwe the way a na niema esi kwa ma ban yi ni nsam free on fama ankora akore wo hwe the develop world at least private sector no the engine of growth na ni nyina na say aban betimi ayan hyehyɛ ya ankora betimi abi adwuma na eno etimi aboa se koba ne say aban so ebi adwuma ye sa aban bi adwuma na se ye bedi nokora pa ma ye ho a adwuma wo ye no ye TV hai abako sindi o adwuma yi na se Ghana aban so bi bia
ebia na menye me ho na
onyere wo hunye eye no kraba ko ni kwase yi no bia takata nani na ye de ya manyo sem ma ya bandwuma da minima hode na hode ka se ya bandwuma ye de na ma ye private work nso da eno so minima hode na hode ka no so ye de enye ye nyina me nkasa Ghana population of 24 point something million nyina na se ya bandwuma
yes no
dabi ebi aban adwuma ofa ne se ne dia ye ne ye bo ho ban ankwankwa adwuma oye ne ye bo ho ban obekwa adwuma no obi aka so aban adwuma de yan so o ye tu abeti eye na wadan so no nti eye hawa min kase yemfanye amayosem ye nyina yemwa se ne be ya saban adwuma sa ankwankwa bi mpo na bibie na adwuma na se yenya bi ne ye ya yenya ni se ne be ya emfa ohawo ne oyeni enkoba because ene ufa Ghana bebia na wo be hia mebru be ye edu dunum eduenu eduasa a wo ne omudi nkoma e adwuma sɛ omo ni bibia ye nti sɛ ye na yitime boa da bia me kasa memmo enyi di so aban bi obebe bia no otu anamon ye ne de kakra ba de nkan so hu sade ya sɛ ya nyina no ye nkola na eco school ewi school ebi gu ya de nti no population no increase the see nyina yitimi trans aban ne ankorankore all political parties all stakeholders ye trans ye hu kwan pa ben na ebetimi afa so a saa na montu we because nana I can assure you say yanto abande ni yensa ban na ban from bra this trend yanya careful it will continue
unemployment no
yanya careful it will continue
Robert Rafat ni awuni e kan yo yansa say yesaya suban o kenkan yenya independent asem o saje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah o kan ya see change your attitude.
Well, almost said me say attitude account important. But me mundi and I mean Jindi said so Ghana for attitude and so Nigeria for attitude and so Chinese for attitude whereas work is concerned. So na ye the enabling environment you're creative for people to work and be happy and then put in their best to get their money. Then unemployment no me in this organizations like JIDA and in Yamaniamano normally attempts government to pursue to solve unemployment. I don't think there's a permanent solution. Okay, coming Nkrumah workers brigade in the state farms then a collapse because a cosmetic a attempt to create jobs that don't exist. So they are saying, they said JIDA. Most of the people who are working, JIDA, they probably might be brilliant. I don't know if you say we have a program. Sorry, most probably more who say they have half work no more. Sometimes a juma nipa back obey. Ye nye juma ma youth no. Yes, it's a bibri gum. Na busundua na tiyonka. Wow. Abrochile, what they do is that omo ebe nye juma ye no. Yemo nye juma ye. Omo nye juma ye no. Maybe they give them some welfare. Because you can see clearly say JIDA, NADMO, a welfare system. They are just paying people doing nothing. So they are saying they may as well allow them to go and sit home. At least government will save some transportation money, you save some hospital money, you save some TNT and all those things. Ejuma Bena, Omoye, NADMO, JIDA. I mean, I'm not talking about a particular government because after all, if you like, for instance, JIDA, in India, near friend saying, MPP for the criteria. But strongly, seriously speaking, they are not a permanent solution.
Now, I make cry on me how you know, say yes, youth. Bono be already 50 years. Now,
unemployment. So long as we need money, as long as we youth. Oh, to create jobs, the first condition is that we have an economy that is being managed well and it is growing. The economy must be managed well and it must grow. And if the economy is expanding, 8.5% on a yearly basis, the expansion comes, people get absorbed into the economy. It's a natural process. So again, baby, I'll be in himself. System of creating jobs, the private sector, and you know, if the government gives the necessary support, the enabling environment, private sector, it absorbs people and it absorbs them permanently. And yet, attempts to say JIDA nominee one of them. So first, there must be a growing and expanding economy. Then there must be support and cash that directly in my private sector so that they can grow the jobs. But maybe to say China no. It's not government doesn't do work anymore. Small private sector. Just say be private. You hardly see anything friends say a buying factory. Small. But China for me, what is their population? Over billions. But you don't have this sense to say they said here. Yes, small 25 million people. Who say Look at the population of China. Until the private sector no there, once a government, until they say the whole world, the factory of the whole world is China. There's every one person here is thinking of manufacturing something, some toy or something. And then you know, enabling environment. It's a government be creative. So now, we get a young amount for says it's a farming say near rewarding. Farming is rewarding, but who could tomatoes now in your factory be a barbeto. Now, when you daily income and I say a better than I rewarding. Intermediate, the first thing is to make sure that we have a government that is managing the economy and the economy is growing. That will take care of everything else. And because if the situation is there, and now we here every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, near to petrol, near to fuel, near to energy. How will factories be growing and absorbing those who are coming out of school? It's not possible. So that is what we call the enabling environment. It's not there. And it's being destroyed on a daily basis. See, by mismanagement of the economy.
Honorable Kofi Ocherejekum, Erasena, Paco, this canker, Nana may actually his answer. And there's more mummy and mummy and somewhat like you be a can as a human in your mebnu, and I say, I owe how a dampening for a mother or man for one.
Yes, Sanet here. I'm the first time in Mania Quenya and Chairman Crawford, Tema West Mitchell Munina, Monkoswana, on supporting PPP. Unemployment in assuming national proportion, and I say a problem be a Ghana in a problem. Now, so government after government, the way I assume, and the money, yes, a particular government, a year, dear, and that's 1 year, dear. Because if Moody was an umbrella can is a cosmetics, but Moody any cosmetics plus propaganda. It's an unemployment a problem, no one can perceive me who no fun in Nema Munuso. Back a from the educated, which is when you come to Omomaku school, 7 previous educational system, no. Actual my dear, and come here, first degree holder, and I say, and Komaku school, and come via Abba. The working fielder, some come to me create on which one, by some by government in your bay mom. And our fun no Sophie or more 7 prayers on my Jumano, like what Omanco school. Now, so only artisans and also unskilled labor near dear, almost so and some to come when you ma, Nyomu ye piano. Government plays a role in it. Into which is I mean, I can say unemployment is a factor, but see, when you come to the whole Ghana, 7 previous, a Juma will be beer, and I say factories in India will be beer, but Obatema, you say the industrial city of Ghana, Temanewo. And until the Mekajo about 60% of your factories in other production base in Yemen, defunct. Egu, and Yejuma. Upan women, we are not saying bizarre, who say, young can't say a beg. Catch a particular government, say government we 1 year dear and nunti with Jumaya and Sweeney and Mebuno, a single page mamma. What we jamukwa, no more no moon near Jumay a and no, nature say, it's answer, wouldn't be. And she be a near tea say a black air can be say, or more binds. They were able to create what 1.6 million jobs, almost like every year within 1 year. Now we share 1.6 million youth. No besides so they calculated working class crana so we are 10 million. And yes, roughly by this time deficit of unemployment we and you war problem. Now so cosmetics propaganda. Instead of looking and say your school system academics ne enko ye chupo pass ne yenko mo niam mo ba omunya practical eniam fan ye dwuma say mako school mewie mesua ade we na metumi dia ye dwuma no enko so me kai say 1988 na yenya JHS ni SHS ba ya at the end of the day and say SSS and GSS ni ade ba ya satana mo form 4 me ko match person bia na running regime na ne ho fa pem ni nyina ne say ye bana be she vocational ni other technical institutions mo sapom kena so they will be able to say we will fundamental cry JHS cry you are skilled we betumi nya bibia ye and you will not just be a dropout unam kwanchen a unini awoye ene ecosystem reforms upon reforms aba and unemployment in the meme can apart from say factories na maka say atonton any nneɛma bi mu a say the government after government anye no ne fare by so gina skilled labor ye de ma yenkrofo educational base no emma ye curriculum ne syllabi no enye emboa no esan say ubeko university ewi mimi Philippa so we university a we a broad minded person enunti you don't enye say wo twembo ka say government emba employment do e say yenyan nkofo so kakra mbeko government mu banka mimi believe pa say ye desa I notion na say culture we know any the aspect say wo bedo man ahyo mu a nka wo wie school a wo dwin say me so man na me employ no my pen bebre no ope white collar job we university okra first degree okra no masters okra den nti ejuma ope no no aka so we design ejuma no e wo nani so a wo fi say ya hyehya to a eno no so okoye but no aka say mbisa no ho say na me so say me kokoye ade we a enka metumi employee obi o nka before you realize among ourselves on the you absorb here nti enye me nwan say you work graduate unemployment shock me isn't say graduates be brain you've been given the requisite understanding
but for your information nano graduate unemployment association for no mpani for no ba ko ba near work can say yes graduate say where we invest in Kwana we graduate and as we are part of the group or see Ibimobi or a graduate from GHS. No definition. Okay. A graduate from SHS.
Okay.
And see the group's aim is to bring them together and motivate them, so you can still pursue and get to the goal.
Okay.
And yes, graduate unemployment say where we invest in Kwana.
Okay. Thank you for the addition. Maybe fan invest in Kwam. So there's if by extension, you know, almost definition of graduating means from SHS now to any height. Maybe masem say, what could school da? Ya chere what do baby? Kakra wunya fi o teacher kono, bo ho ban. And ho ban bo ne saying, and no say, you put your hand to work, you put your heart to it. A DB ni wa sabi, wo ya repetitively no add value and konenim but here you adwin say government on no social good there's couched and answer basic social goods no crap on to me and provide it no I can say obey we do or want to share in provision of the enabling environment tax system ni nyama we nyina ka won ema say be obi beka so no to me say enhye den the juma say but obi so ho no ma also believe say opese oye ne de eno nti government won share wo but no me believe say some krankra eba sometimes go see so be at school onimade onim very skillful whether from JHS or university krana when they come together to me yen say no idea no they could form like collaboration no dey be about out na aboa na government no so money infa dum so sumba because I know nyina ka ho na ekun unemployment it's not say obi wo ho no redundancy any taxation is it the factor there the facts are there because so obi akwa government ejuma I will feel say and ankofoso sa stro sa dey we pa risk of your friends losing obeka say enunti at the end of the month no onye sure say obinya the salary obi e train government because ukokoye private so wo gidie bi say you should be able to pay yourself and it is a government wo niam me say o promote dumso system I can't just absorb a lot of crowdfund in the area of say employment 1.6 million. We know was saying amount high taxes any utility bills any idea. Oh, share sani me na a band saying what can say the aspect of making things work or no government or akumapa emma the unemployment strategy and that's what the policy be about obetumi in meguno yeah. Cardinal point of the heart of the whole unemployment situation. Graduates at different levels. Ntini here pa said you after when who say education no as I say system na etumi boa na enkonkoya amanyosema na partisan no. Wo so a wote so at that moment and na wo so and yes reform no. Don't make it say e won kon baby and ntumi ye kra obey. Hwe chapter 6 of the 1992 constitution. PPP you believe it from kindergarten to SHS, should be free. NPP, I believe it SHS should be free. And this and one, they didn't believe it. Yet, no more say, a word the constitution. Each one go by 360, no. On my baby fat, no more could pick a bit of it. Oh, a progressive, a FQ, but what? No. no one governs the nation outside the constitution. Constitution and the government, even party manifesto has its reference point. Manifesto constitution. It is a manifesto only when the reference point of constitution anymore. Now settle constitution as I will be promote we are also your roads. We are roads now why 6 lanes now promise man Ghana for so motor over and 6 lanes. And anka PPP ever take over from you the moon was Sadia why 6 lanes. Yes we be before fra. You best separate the Ministry of Justice from Attorney General. Yes we are. Ye be the corruption ni ade e be ba barely minimum na ye naming and shaming na ye nti amanyo semono so e to de bia ye mu bi mu ho no ade we ye play politics no e man ye to say you have to promise the people, give them hope, give them the unrealistic nyama ade bi ntumi nye adwuma no promising crofo e no so ka won na emwan e san san ka e no eni wa nka me nua be ma e no no be ma ye be mu say tackling unemployment as a national social issue no nke be den e be very holistic but pre no unim ne ekoso ye taye ya adwen say me na mba ye nti you a young person like okugyeto to make promise the whole Ghana e ka kire mo say as a deputy information minister no no mo Ghana nyina 1.6 million jobs a year now we the almost jobs a year and should we be having ye fence saying unemployment situation? No. And the youth ni be so ho no so a sebe omo bi mo so wo ideas na when no koko hu no na ni ideas you to me culture na say ya hanese e dia ba central system no ono na idea o dia ba me wi o mpinia ono ni idea o dia ba no ono ne wan e na obi aka say why idea we you good obi be so say party be mu na wo ni party mu a why idea kra endu echiri e na wo party mu so e be ka so party ne o power na wo ni wo aye to me fan ye
but parko Echo Palmistic, 2012 PPP's presidential parliamentary candidate Edma Tema West for and Metieti Nunafi, Honorable Kofi Ochejekum, NDC's member, NPP's member of parliament for Fantiaqua South, and then they will be confined. And Honorable Eduble Kofi, NDC's member of parliament for Pristia Honi Valley in the western region of Ghana. Na yedin komoi efe adwuma ho adwuma ho. Eno na minority for the abase uye adwuma unye adwuma. Na ne yawo e kira ne be wo. Obi owo Ghana ha bia de ka 2100 cities. 21 million. Na sika no we. Me sha se mfe ona buko feje komisanse mo na mo yes press conference.
No kre ohun. Mikra my alarmed say adi a group because me kai say last year how baby January how baby me calculating na who say time no na your debt no enyina ye in fact it was about 18 billion or so 18 billion 18 or 25. In the night, that time the year census na about 25 million. Any public breakers who, and as you see, a chiche ye cry. Can you identify Chama Ghana Punina, including a Kola Afrina, free Yamba cry? We are better cabaret 1,000. That time it was about 1,500. To see a do 2,000. That's within 1 year. So what did the metro say?
But okay,
yes, census no.
Reporter buyer almost 2,000. So many chairmen have also didn't come on. I was figure no crown 2,100.
And let me say, me about 1 year ago, I was looking at the same status as Ghana for a year 24 million. At that time, 24 million. Now the council so about 24 or thereabout billion, which means it was like one Ghana ni bia, including Akoda, Yawodo Nye, or also the car. Or the cash you but the which are 1,000 cities. Within 1 year now do 2,000, and you know why? The seed not drop on it here. Just about January honeymoon. Then you know you could to say Ghana your debt a year 43.5 billion. Because the seed not drop all of a sudden by about 17 to 18%, you know, and then should you go 56 billion. Until this city drop, you know, and yet at the I see a funnel. Into the marriage for can say a car a bang a bo the free time or mobile government in base 6 years within 5 years no or mobile no na Ghana for in car yɛde ɛyɛ 9.5 billion. Debt free Kwame Nkrumah time or ABC 2 week near the car 9.5 billion. Within 5 years, no, a canal rises here. I mean, because 56 billion. 56 billion. Now, share to swear, BBT through BR says he Yadia Yorgana 56 billion in for 6 years and swim to whom a Pibia Rudy, yeah. And can you imagine, say, you increase your desktop from 9.5. If you come in chroma time, I be do 56. Now, major arterial say, to whom, it's within 6 years and years. That's the amount for Senate, you cannot cry the air day. And your customer, they are no credit. The CA, no, you the car 56.6 billion. Ghana for 25 million. What did you check more? Obi 2,000 and cut it no, and can 220 million. Obi a count them, including a call the better food or car say a can a chicha. Well, now a colebi, where they are joking, a colebi, I'll share him my mayhem. So, yeah, one, what you in some PR, almost 20 million. Then Sadi can buy 20 million of them. And you know, that is how serious it is. Now, the entire year can say, can I, basically, when a does say, imagine, say, Sika, you treat as interest alone, every year, it says Sika, you treat my government workers. Single spine, ya can't single spine, and you queen. I didn't think I yank interest. So, what I say, why didn't I buy anchor interest? Because Sika, you treat Ebo single spine on the average about 6 point something or 7 billion. Yet clear interest the same every year, and it's growing because government is continuing to borrow. There's total confusion. How can the finance minister on or he is sick as him so? No, I be catch and say, said ye, Bessiabono, Econo. The Chitum said a pre economy into the final queen. The moratorium to so your mobile. I have someone. Any paka ba miaka no last year be May how be visa. Was I repeating November ans na oboka we nti new. Finance minister kra wa ba okohwe budget increase ku temi no ekra mu a. Budget mu. Ewo oka say you put some moratorium on borrowing. Nti no eyade a na ayare kaka say asem bie ni ho a Mahama kan ya say the finance minister on kan you nti that is like omu nyina nim say a problem. I don't be gina bonti no more kan. Omo nka borrowing it. So I'm say it's no spine. That is almost the assuming you know share workers. That is not true. That's not true. That if I say borrowing there, sebi government, President Mahama, and no was to me. Into your own person because say no, ekahuna ye ho chire because I know there one na all year. Now they cannot there workers na GP. It's not true. I fed there. Which I said, Ubia the last year, how to say, a benny pebia, sorry, depending on who is talking. Single spinal, for almost 70%, it be say 75, it be say 80 of our revenue. People say revenue, tax revenue. Just said there was confusion. We become revenue, we become the GDP, we become tax revenue. People don't know what they are talking about. There are differences, but traditionally, no. Our debt, our wages, salary, no, it has always been around 40 to 45% of our tax revenue. Tax revenue. I say, yeah, near my single spine, I mean, the rising core by about 42, rising from 41 to 42.9. So it is not a big deal. And then, a year break. Interest. Any expenses are massa are caught out of control. Into moment kind of pray. Say minority can say. So that make can say. See, bet me any employment. It is a say a growth in the economy. Far economy now 208. A decline from 5.4% growth. As you see, I over here can 5.8. They can 5.8 because you see, time you compare like for like They see oil free. Oil was not part of the answer. It is say and say Ubefa economy grew at 8.5%. Now this 2013 it will grow 5.8. This year the forecast is that it will go even further down to about 5%. The economy is degrowing, if you like what I mean. It's not growing at the rate that Bema expansion, but I'm a microphone. And you know, where are the sound economic fundamentals? To see what we, apart from say the cabibri, I didn't record them. Government institution, Cocoa Board, abandi wonka. Sika amode eso ni kotoko na bayaji. O dia ko ebi fufuro. All the state national health insurance, road fund. So say a car go there because it keeps on increasing every day. Fanese get fund, national health insurance. Women in arrears. National this assembly common fund as we speaking now, it's in arrears for about 2 or 3 terms, 3 quarters. Says can you imagine say I buy 8 who interest I buy CC because Sika saw the money last year, June, up to now, February. Now they say my amount of you don't pay interest. Meanwhile, interest rate is about 32%. What they say? And he says, I can't in none, I buy interest. Because I saw Dear Assembly last year, June. When Tria be do this time, June cement one saying, and next cement boy saying, into the manner, and yes, it's in what is no. But this time I buy the Abba will be intimate by Jimtin. I buy your pen. Oh, Intina, we don't want you because I buy him say contractor or Bruni contractor, all the Necano went to the moment we do you start working interest on it. You could deal loan, Tom Edrunes went to you start accumulating interest. Until and not only I buy the CK in arbitria loans, no, or bet you foreign contractors, Ghanaian contractor there, home fin because of crowd frame interest from you. We are cramping a blacklist you. So they are saying, the economy, no, and they said Uncle Folk can say, I'm feeling here, it will grind to a halt.
Honorable Kofi Ochre Ejekum, a NPP member of Parliament for Fantiakwa South in the eastern region of Ghana. Honorable Edubregovic, Pristia form a mantia and a Juma, as we need Swam Passer Penia, minority leader on behalf of minority, okay, and credit. Obia the cap 2,100 Ghana cedis.
To begin with, I mean, quick remarks. National Youth and Employment Program now. Man, penny for so the buyer. Nobody has said I had the bonnet. So be a cable baby, dear, meaning cabida. But here, Miss, I will say, what was the legal framework and I covered the Juma? Nina, as a result of the growing rate of unemployment in the system. Now, Bandy Green who said no, Yem PB Kakra. But the duration was for 2 years. After 2 years, and I said, oh, come up with Froba. So the question some of us were asking, they said 2 years now, no, all come up Yabano, and in a walk. But now the government was assuming it's at least 2 years in a day. What to me, one, what to me, was a crabby, 2 quite experience be. I'll bet me there, I'll set up our business, and I say, yeah. But with him, during that period, until time I buying for buying, there were a lot of problems. From at the end of the foundation, the basic net, and into the president, Mama say, also investigations into the operations of JIDA. Then one set up man legal framework. As we speak, no, a national youth and employment, na even no musica. Say. I buy the common fund called these assemblies. To get fund, the man I buy a cost like a when NDC took over, no national youth and employment at the ADB bank card. So there's a night the salary was in arrest. Inti Namika say, I buy be a bar, or you be big a crano be so I about to us. Unim, Yama Bibri, MPP, when they are in opposition, are very, very good. I quite remember 2000, Brian Bekoranov. MPP a press conference. No, me debate true. I say electoral commission like a quote scout here. It's about 15 billion at that time, old currency. MPP for 30 years. Sasika, looking at our population at that time. Now, your child will be 1 million. Until the internet rolling Saturn, swatch out, no before from. It is the same thing that MPP is doing today. Now, Midanyamia say, Omo a canon initial no so a NDC a banker. See, I don't say from independence. The only BCO. Obi anywhere or Kase Ghana economy no. The number one gentleman of the land no. Maybe Obinya Kone Ghana phobia. Obekasabia Kasa we are facing challenges. Abai the budget statement. What government said was that there are some loans Abayaji. Eno is in the pipeline. Abayi per se o streamline and some as obeje fufura.
What you mean?
But me adi what kind financial policy. Ni nyina Abayi near nano honorable set up kind of parliament no. Ni nyina our budget no. Near Abayi can say nana mini nyina say be kind of kra ni emfa nyamo amayo sama. Governments upon governments. There are a lot of contractor, crana and contender. There are a lot of road contracts in Ghana. From 2002, I did say, yeah, but what about a project? Yeah, but what about a buying beer and MPP banko and NDC banko? Because Oko Mehuntamano, Nana also, Mampeni, Yakwaya Dahidi, and then Mampeni be any political party be associated elections. Into your years a kaba, I say a buying net disika. So just into an MPP for them say, yeah, cannot from independence. Now growth, yeah, GDP no, MPP for car, no say manos oil. Then as I say, common was gold because 8.5 no. As I common was gold because not gold count. Now, won't me and your calculation now won't say minus oil. Oil near 1 million. Although we share a woman and he be like gold. Are you getting me? But under MPP 8.5 no, they included all those things. The way near don't watch it, I quite remember say near me came say me kushania but my betty come and come but my betty say I am paying for because I come and come say Ghana say near pay milk and coin and say pipe. Edemai.
No crime TV.
Say no present. And to make us say, Mammy Hunty, the Ame Martin. Usha your population at the time, Kwame Nkrumah. Not a rule Ghana, near Yahi. At the time, friends, Dr. Kofi Abdul a be a prime minister near Yahi. At the time, way by near Yahi, then near Yahi. Would say so, therefore, send your Tibiano. It's like, say, West Sidai. Now, and then I will see, and if I say, we see 3 rooms. Now, why are Juma? We are Juma, we are now the first month. Until you done 3 rooms, pressure heading. Abaso, once I will second one. And then, as I say, this is a mammy, me interested. Ya worry a year with you, and you have a county, and then maybe a simba for me to be in the account. This is what the president is calling for. Say, it should not be on partisan grounds. You know, fire Pinambra. Quite a before so it me now. Yes, streamline your economy. This is the media Casa Okai. Near Baumia Kaino, Dr. Baumia Kain. And then near when I was a Samana, the piano when I was at the Oka. Ah, you need any man, Dr. Baumia, so uncomfortable for Bian Fantuso. And Mimidian say, yes, of course, the economy is going through a lot of challenges, which the president has came out boldly to tell Ghanaians. And then yes, we are the Biani Yakasa, who don't bring that a solution. Now, Busia Yabo, I quite remember during late President Mills' time, and Ghana for NDC for Busia and before radio station be interview His Excellency former President Kufo. No, some more Busia and 5 minutes. The Musa Busia the Yeduma Padia. And you could see Busia and NDC for way. Obi and what about Bontiabaka say. Busia Coboy and your mamma, and the Biakusi Busia fee. Nina the Yaganajuma. This will be also own who say BB Koso. Yes, of course. There will be already a Senate Tibia, but BB Koso. I buy a resi, Eurobond. I be service, Eurobonda. Can I abandon Dana Cody, Adiboni? robot na ban kɔgye no ɔde ho programs about parliament and community ɛwɔ copy kyerɛ baabi ɔde sika ne bi kɔ akɔhyɛ akɔyɛ ndwuma ɛyɛ ade bɔne sɛsi na aban oh ne ayɛ ma ɔmo kasa wo na aban abɔbosia bebree adwumakɔ bi te sɛ viare adwumakɔ bi te sɛ gridco te sɛ buida ɛyɛ project a commercial project a ɔmo ankasa ebetumi ayɛ adwuma twa ɔmo ka kana na aban na gye bosia no de ama gridco sɛ gridco yɛ expansion wi a they don't pay that loan back to the central government. Budget statement, no. The ministry has realigned all those things. Obedi busiana ma but we are fabra yenkutua. And yes, there are so many ministry department and agencies are buy like Cocoa Board, friends, and Minister of Fabric. I buy Jibusia to Trata. Put him says Sikano and Sanko. I buy Hobio. Sikano extra Minister of Fabric. But at the end of the year, calculate here, a calculate say I buy the car. This time here, I buy no I say Agric Ministry any year ball Bosia 1 million Wakoto Tratters. Who turn Tratters New Year, that's Sikano will have to go back and pay the loan. So I say, and you know, Yan Kanya Jumuni and more quiet before may not any mama come see the true state of the nation's address. Okay, delegate now, maybe I'll say true state of the nation's address. It is something that has been happening since 2001, ever since we ushered in the 4th Republican Constitution. Abambi also be or presenting the state of the nation's address. We are opposition so the Nadiaba. But me, the American say, a me and find myself. Tomorrow, when MPP or DPP or CPP or PPP or whichever political party that finds itself in power. Obeti me catch Ghana for some problems we know. Within 1 day Ghana for be free one. Inti yam for solutions in number. And na yenya is a blame game na ye no. Ministry of Finance outline solution no. Kwambe ni ye fa so yaboa. Bebia edu bebia na me kan say ohwe ye tax network na. The informal sector no. Bebre ni entry tax. Inti kwambe ni ye fa so a ibetimi ya kanya adwunaboa na ya suggest actual Minister of Finance say master okay let us go this way now dodo na embra the tax bracket mu because brodi na ekono ko bobosia no oni gold ho oni timber oni bauxite oni manganese o ti asia dey no develop ni kura onya surplus me aso ekogi bi taxation
no no baby edru na say ebetotumu de na say
Debbie enye ne ntumu Debbie baby edru de I'm not recommending this aban ntum but what I'm saying is we hear the tax bracket now ngofo tua tax no e ya mini wa
say ne aye adwuma nipa kuma
ni
formal sector
but informal sector no e do so che
2 million people
so Asia until let us all sit down and then bring out suggestion why be for so bit me European sankrofo ni na ama mini wa ye adwuma no so no sa ba ye ye ntobone ye wa hare na aban nya bi dia ye ntuntudwuma aban say single spine no e wo effect wo the economy no so ye mu bi no so e ka se enye no kore ma me na otija de ho no onu aduane no aba bontia be ka so zia wo ye ye aduane si wo ba be di no wo si no aduane we die enye sa na tie nti wo a ya ye aduane na wo ba be di no ene ono no okodi dwa be ye aduane no mind the yemfa na nti
mmobo akoma kata atichubuda
me ne ngana be so owie na me bisa because I'm here to see
oba ko dwumna
no they just by the way na
oba ko dwumna otichu
mana me ka say me didi won
nti na in the nutshell they can say ye nyina yem ka itirimum na yem wase ne be ya because you and I have only one Ghana. Say ye city baby a Fredri. Say you ya moa near ye na my yourself when him Ghana subia way on say say una wo. Yes of course una wo. But ebia wo so na wo tie kire wo adwene nim die bi kyen ne wo no. So what you say? I didn't know from one moment the bia no ye be say ye ma no ho kire no. Na say no ho kire na no ba na me footballer. The guy being able to compete on the same position. There was one match in the soccer missionaries. From the first minute to the 20th minute, I'm not telling me. Design what to touch and ask so, and then the member truck apparent to me bimbo.
Botruka.
Until we bought 25 minutes, 35 minutes, and who said, and couldn't pyjamas. So the prayer. Now, coach is so many a crack name of young more first half. Now, pass with Gigi, my first half. The basic half. 10 minutes and a coach me. Near the buy. Now, Massa, then in Pyro.
As an outcry now, yes, onion.
Then in Pyro. Sulia in and out. So, yes, and you know, there be a mechanism, so we are ya. I didn't answer, wow, with the one. But Nina is based on the type of politics, Ghana.
Honorable Dublé Kofi, a NDC member of Parliament for Prestia Huni Valley constituency. You are also live Utime on Adishi FM, Ewo BBN in the western region of Ghana, 100.3 megahertz. Ekwaku Pamesik.
Yo, Nana Fianco, Medase. My din ewa hano because me submissions and be money idea. I told you be an abroment here so. Nasanka any opportunity any platform I yenya say a TV so any discussion in kada no me hu say NDC ni to say me bra penny e ka so e may fan ya amanyosem yet at the end no the same political propaganda kind of thing and eba sanka minim say Dr. Pakwesindum minim say Baumia any other people are pushing forward ideas to support this government. In fact, you see, before answer me into detail, let me even give you this. Read Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2. No, because no, we are humans, but in spirit. Enna nyankopon so yi wo hene a wo nyankopon so ye manemba na so manemba so konko sum a ho na wo hu se so timodini edi oman so a ne mabre. Show me. I always give you example. Yeah, analysis are here. 29 verse 2. No, you are kind verse 4. So one of them corruption, taxes and something. Yes.
I say,
yeah, when the righteous rule,
when the righteous are in authority. I'm reading from the New King James Version. The people rejoice, but when a wicked man rules, the people groan. Whoever loves wisdom makes his father rejoice, but a companion of harlots wastes his worth. The king establishes the land by justice, but he who receives bribes overthrows it.
So look at the chapter 2, the verse 2, and look at the verse 4. And Tisabri, are we rejoicing or we are groaning or your opinion? My brother, you don't need a soothsayer. I mean, in Pasa Ghana for Sabra, they know because you knew Ghana for no for voting in the big keke. Now at this moment on this table, one breath and we are saying say find your politics, but yet no in penny for an call for a warning dear and now they are joining back. Bet to me on mine are calling him ni bogu. Not propaganda. No wonder some a boss I can't ask him question. We should not rule this country by political violence and propaganda. Masa yekoya na yebai. We sit in this country in pennyphobia more. They are statesmen now. Or person be you when you get politics. They share ideas. In Crawford fine juma. In Crawford fine juma. A son said it be any the better so me may be ocean summer or my ye coming a car ye boya. Ya more analysis from Kwame Nkrumah Breso up to President Kofoso and from only at a Mills and Misata Jomama Breso what they have spent. Ubisa won't say they have the best opportunity more than any other government. We Kwame Nkrumah because at the end, they had the oil factor plus other things also happening. Yet you cannot measure. Why make Kwame Nkrumah because the British gave him money. Yet you have something you can point to. But all these indicators of the GDP and the growth rate now they are declining in where is the money? You don't need a soothsayer. If you want to go into the nitty-gritties now these days, the economy is challenged. When did you people even accept this word? Because now I banner the indicators na trust her. not only your friend saying single spine, and they put pressure on the economy in terms of revenue and asset taxes. Now other factors or one, and see engine too. You see, and I make us say, until as a nation we begin to appreciate, say, we not take all is not helping us. No, none at the parliament is not helping us. But when we do proportional representation, or what we call debate, proper debate, because it is not an issue of when the issue is even good, you have the minority not having the ability because of numbers. Now the majority will have their way because they have the numbers. And so policies and now the executive has all the power in it. No, that must stop. And so believe it, I'm throwing this challenge to Mr. Mahama. So believe it, or you're very overt, open. So all person in your consensus idea. No debu or mind today. And pampa. Now Adam Crawford should refer to him that this is what he came to do. As a legacy, he should open the chapter, call all opposition party to order by way of bringing them to a common pool. Let us source for ideas, because the ideas are some. The ideas are some. He's ruled the country as a vice president for some years, now president for some time. Are we growing or we are falling? Everybody as a member of this land, you have the housing from judges to class 1 person, and from class 1 person to judges. We are all seeing this country. Now, how many years are we left in this country to live? And then leave our life into somebody's hand. Yet when we sit on the table, we do not bring out issues or solutions, but we are talking about propaganda, or let's say, political, minor is challenged, and even leadership need be broken one point to they are round pegs in square holes, or whatever you want to put. Wrong fittings. Where are we now? As a nation, I always say we are sick from every angle, and nothing that we are not getting it right. So that is why I take my solace from Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2. Now kind verse 4 or can say, when a leader rule by justice, there's an aspect of justice there. We want to go into our coat of arms and also citizen. And I am not surprised. Now what we say take the crown kitchen where brapeni king. Now on president kwa on catch us my ye loans bium on also see ye loans. Now be someone say women if you can point out to
confusion.
Yeah, you can point out to one point, say finance minister no manage economy who say this is it. Also believe it say now loans ni ade nyina yen to me productions and ye a bit more minor konim who be sounds at the end where is the things that will show say me buy a magic 45 point something billion in 6 years or 5 years, because as a deputy as a vice president, you also sit on the economy or economic issues of this nation. And see, what the year don't let us even talk about other revenue taxes in Yama. For say a tax net in low, a small, and only fewer people penny in your be a tax. Yet more breeze sooner quantum jump on the taxation taxes in your Abba. Ubi someone say, where is the money of a new man? Other government of the media, maybe I can say, look, I will sometimes give instances under President Kufuor because my leader, as in Dr. Parker syndrome, served under that time. And in your examples, I have the right to use it. Check security for you see any diamond way, or dine away. Yet you mean your mom, you see dying to another level, as in Sebek, you are finishing and as a window near there. Wouldn't we know yet to cement? Near to cement and you cement war. The only person who sit down, that's where do window or lantern level and not any level and just have a foundation. So why don't you finish that one? Who you know cocoa hair so I don't dining at that and die a war in cross here 7 previous ex other past leaders I no any judge go. Who buy any say quite be more than the whole no so about the propaganda. Oh, you buy any CKB new it was not captured in the what do you call it budget and nothing in someone quite on to me and a way to me see Sebi. When I also person I have said to myself I want to be an MP for my constituency. Does not mean that I'm waiting for a particular president.
But of course, who predecessor why any mabasa so then say
thank you. And no nature say and then him said Dr. Ndum or bad powers is your problem pa.
No motias within a year too. Solving problems.
No, let me tell you because say our problem pa no one say Atiti apansa asper what Mr. Mahama has left this country with. That is the point. But you see, me papa you will be a Dr. Indum, or you will be a or Kasa. The way or the analysis on the issue, no, what me say, I don't need to profess or talk about his things he's done. But me will GDA power with him so he can do it. I believe he will not also say so no one obey. Sena, NDC for ye. Now, ideas be one man and for my nyansa. He believes in ideas. He believes in obi officer with me rule my or now for the count between more. So one breath we are talking about am I fire man yourself? Oh, who idea be a febra. Now within the fraternity of the NDC no crowd, who are you even to speak against Mr. Mahama? So yeah, they're wronger. Now at the end of the day, when the communicators come out, other challenges are having effect on our revenue and I say your tax system. Me know when you can say, must you need a soothsayer to tell you say at the end of the day, your problems you want affect your economy. Me know we him. Yet so beba catch say it's only the single spine and the AD is seeking now. Now loans now what charge I don't want your interest on loan. Asa, maintain your money be say. Into the buying the fine yaman yourself. Na da ben so na ye hyase and into the Proverbs eba no Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2 mo me yandwe hu yi minim send the comparative one in the Quran.
Are you by this inferring
say I am inferring say the leadership is wicked because on your mamba ho yi so mo twa mamba ho yi no mo nye propaganda no mo nkasa nyama ngu yeni enka ncha so mo 1.6 million employment and at the end of the BBA Rosie Wogana the Ghanaians have to push them now to begin to use words like oh the economy is challenged and in kika enka omo kanokre no mo di osie or you are as we speak today. They would have come together by way of calling Ghanaians a fees on between abo man akọ enim. Edu bebia omamba ebrea yenye politics. We call on people to bring ideas.
Palmistic. Kasa meba. Kasa the Progressive People's Party 2012 parliamentary candidate for the people of Tema West in the Greater Accra region. Eskin Jiwono Edifree Afie Denyiba in the Volta region was saying, if the president is sleeping on made in Ghana mattress, pillow and bed sheets, let's clap for him. But why is he not using Apostle Kwadwo Safo's made in Ghana Land Cruises? Mate, we buy a Edifree Elembele, buy another idea the bed and you had the papa, okay, buyer from Elembele was say, government will continue to borrow to solve our infrastructure deficit and build the economy to sustain the growth. What is Honorable Minority Leader talking about? NPP as a party in 2001 borrowed to manage the economy and even send Ghana to join HIPIC to lift some burden off our growth. Greetings to Honorable James Bedu, MCE, and Honorable Kofi Amabu Amati. We say ATV, thanks for the good job you are doing. In fact, you are working for us. ATV, Ayuko, Oluguame, Edifree Aguna in the Ashanti region, and whatever. We say Mahama and his members are not helping Ghana. They need to come out with better plans for the nation because we are suffering. JT Osabuti Edifree Tema and Wonoso Edi Ebayen. I don't agree with the NDC MP if they don't have solution for the current problem. It's just simple. They should resign from the leadership position. I am a Christian, but I can tell you, we don't need prayers again. All that we need is change of leadership. Said the Edifree Achimota and what they Ebayen. Teddy, I've read your message. When a historian is managing an economy that is meant to be managed by vested economists, what do you expect? And also, free the Volta region of Ghana and whatever. We say, Ghana, for more messages. We say, please, I want the NDC man to explain why 3 months arrears instead of 1 year. Why? Kobe Edifree Sunyane and Wonoso Ediaba. In fact, you are factual. I like you, PPP rep. Sky, German North, Molly, and Wonoso Ediaba. I'm going to get the to Smaba Comeba. ASEM Yi DiKa because to Abraham, and I for Honorable NDC Member of Parliament for the Prestia Wuni Valley constituency in the western region of Ghana, Honorable Edu Blake Kofi ewo ha Sansona honorable member for Fantiakwa South in the eastern region of Ghana, honorable Kofi Ochrejikum and so ewo ha Sanso and a pa Ako Palmistic a PPP 2012 parliamentary candidate for the Tema West constituency in the Greater Accra region and so ewo ha me twa no semaba komeba ASEM Yi DiKa. Me wakwa ba ofa to so bi no twatwo ASEM Yi DiKa dwumadie so na yede eba wakwemu honorable member for Christian Honi Valley honorable Edu Blake Kofi ewo ha honorable member for Fantiakwa South in the eastern region honorable Kofi Ochrejikum enso ewo ha and 2012 parliamentary candidate for the Tema West constituency on the ticket of the Progressive People's Party called Palmistic and so ewo ha minimum Asia live on ATV live on Adishi FM in the beginning of the Western region 100.3 megahertz and so what I mean can ewo justice and na free bibiania but was Ghana we need a change of leadership or no be to the by we say God save our homeland Ghana our fan baby or free and so we say na please when the trained nurses were when are they getting the appointments letters Nana Owusu Edifri Akusumo Ena Whatever. I'm unable to tell you when the appointment letters are going to be provided, but Yebedia China Yene sectorial minister and also Edin Komo. Whether so because of party affiliated people still have trust in this government. Patrick Edifri Japekrum in the German South constituency of the Bronaf region, and I will also thereby. We say shame to all Ghanaians, we don't speak the truth. Zoot Edifri Bolga and Awade Ebayen. We Isaac Nayo ko Edifri Pandai was ATV. We thank you for the good work you're doing. Tell the NDC man if they can't rule Ghana, they should give away to the MPP man. Mate, me am a second round of this segment. Probably now we will be say okasa because
na me pese me here quick AEB. Nana
me na ka
let
there be o dey say no me to marry phone so dem pay.
O say minia PPP no kasara na o kase NDC for propaganda. Em say propaganda no mum na o ye ne kase. O ka bibi say the president is confused.
The government.
He said the president.
Okay, maybe the government, brother.
Yeah, okay. President, and for that matter, the sector minister, what it is stated in the budget, limit on new loans. The underlying word is new loans. And they've not said we will never contract any loans. But listen, government has undertaken a thorough review of existing loans and stock of pipeline facilities that has resulted in contracting of new loans on a exceptional basis only. This is also part of the comprehensive debt restructuring and management review to reduce the cost of debt services. Government proposes a part of the realign of the budget to adopt a refinancing scheme to lengthen maturities and obtain better terms for outstanding loans.
But of course, the honorable
we will go in for loans as and when it's needed.
But loans
Yeah,
are always needed. Loans are always needed.
Cannot say we will
go in for loans that are not needed.
Anything that make us say the type of politics the type of politics
Wait a minute.
otherwise no otherwise obi antimi ntran ka say loans are NDC by a contract no sabe ka from BBNC
Mo kire
it's a constituency who be the type of politics. Yes, of course, when NPP was in power, no, so I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. I'm not included. Mimi Yobia, I say it as it is. Mabain Yadina and Ya, Min Katasuntuma. Samabain, Yadina and Ya, Min Katasuntuma, Mecca. And I'm buying so Yadina and Ya. We don't have to sit down and be able to say there's nothing going on in Ghana since NDC has been office.
Yeah, Mom's making kakra.
And then media can say, Mr. M say, Ghana, you move Brinaye, Christopher. The Bible today say, Yendi, a man penny for us to me and Yamis. So like a fra, John Mama. And you're not sorry, I'll buy, I say, maybe the president, who be the president. Man penny and a baby, and he said, yeah, Cassa. Now this bad quotation na patch say oye Timodinia man penim be na abaga na oye Timodino kita sekan e be gina krofo so mesere say e yakwanye bi na nyame adom ye nya ya betra fidie so aye kasa krofo bi etie ye bi nim so e hwe ye mesere say ye ntoni down enye ntokwa enye bufu ye nyere ya 2016 ye beto aba 2016 ye to aba ni Ghana ni bia peda obeti no bi MPP for ni PP for ka say na Ghana fa nu omo Ghana ni hwan na nu no Ghana ni hwan na nu no obeka kire den so be na okoye Ghana for say Ghana for over 10 million to aba no omo se enu ye ho se to ma NDC masaba no
yo kakra me kan say
o se mofuni bua mai say no honorable blip anka
obi mami corrective one send a big say MPP4 and the Ghana call he pick. Me person me catch and say NDC and the Ghana call he pick. At that time, now your debt to GDP ratio during the first NDC, it rises to 189%. And the kufuor a buy or kofa he pick buy and it reduce your debt to about 32%. It is that is a send and no send a mistake. Number 2, we are now your cousin and prefer Krukase. And this is for buying no more the debt free 9 billion. I could see this year 56 billion. You won't do me. Also, the ABB. They should show us. Could for buying or see or yeah, Accra Stadium, AC Pond, or yeah, Tamale, roads. There will be or rehabilitate Accra Stadium, or yeah, AC Pond, or yeah, Tamale, or rehabilitate Kumasi. Where the Oya Confanochi. As I say, you will helipad also. Share 37 military hospital. Would you share routes, a crapping routes, share a road or a free Accra consumer as you see. Yabe Bosumisi Hui. Sir, loans no na ku 4G na at the end of the day na 9.5 no. Yet make us only away. Once mobile match extra 45. You see your 56, match extra 45 billion. Ya ka we see ya dia yewe e dey also let's go never can say na dey ya dey move dey move one of abambe no ba won si school abambe no ba won si clinic and achieve won si health center. That is not what we are talking about. I don't think abandoned taxes no. Do we want you to tell us because you encourage loan keke DBCC school blocks, then what are you doing with the tax? Want you to tell us what you have used the money monumental things never we say any programs. Enti mo bibia mo nkyere na ye ka wo so mu ye hu ye hu aka ye kyere mo
we da man ye gi loan ye de bia to aso
again assemble fan person me catch on say na me ka say wa hu these people are mismanaging the economy na me go two figures be now say enti me taking me trouble. I just pick it from the graphic kufuor buy no na e Ghana GDP growth na ye 2.1 na ye 3.7%. Kufuor be fan 3.7%. And 202 4.5%, 203 5.2, 205 5.9, 206 6.4, 207 6.3, 208 8.4. You can graph and come say you could see. When we buy 209 the first year GDP growth a drop from 8.5% to 4% in 209. Then in 2010 it moved to 5.9. 2011. I said time you oil, you started oil. It moved to 7.4. As we speaking now, it's 2012. Call 7.4. Yeah, the oil come 2012. Yeah, the oil come a drop to 7.1. The reason is simple. 2012 oil in you 2 and less than oil 2 in 2011. And you know it shrank. 2013 without oil no GDP a drop to from 5 to 5.8. Who the oil come at the estimate they are just running it up. It's about 7.4. Who draw graph from 8.4 we are now at 5.8. And so because the economy no more cranking and I say it's not growing here. And Kaba found 8.4 next year now call 8.7. Now do 9. And we say yes we are doing it. And I say oh papa because from 8.4 CC after you are 2013 you are now struggling at 5.8. Why should we clap for you? Why should this is in the graphic? I didn't pick it from anywhere. So again I just back one main person met in the crowd and say and yenina yenka yehumum yenina yenfa
na gonna be
listen to me. I'm making a point. I don't think Ghana for multi-party democracy. Why are we practicing multi-party democracy? It is a be back now or back deliberately. I buy me back because I say me na me work government, you know, or when be a me faso me win elections, me win it. Enti sikabia SSM they come this assembly. No more the year development, no. Me my fact me the year elections. The SSM call national insurance, no. Na the be my for insurance, no. Or my fact me the year elections. The best call get fund, no. Or my fact elections. And no one so no one call cocoa boss. The KSA di koto cocoa no aje. not their bare elections. They are tall land cruisers near the church. Near the matchbox. Now we are. Na eko adonu kulu asia wa be ka kire me say ye nyina ye manya ye nyina na ye say my friend say untimia get out and let those who can manage to come because who deliberately who buy now will be destroy the economy. Said that for the first time your deficit was running at 12%. 2013 asia running at 12%. Then you come and tell us say ye nyina ye manya enti yen kabo meanwhile so no the am bufu kra ne say obi eba no the suggestion ba na ye so to say there recently but we am ka say oba suggestions not ba as far back as May 2013 but mama the lectures Ferdinand him lectures okay say to solve this problem we must manage the way we are borrowing. We must cut our expenditure. This political expenditure, we must cut it. Wakika we nana say, or can we are we free hano atwamano, we class 1 economists, first year economists going kasa say. So what do you mean by say we be a suggestion? Recently, about my man election, or can we no masema mutala kan. Mutala Mohammed, a cabinet minister, no masema no kan. Deputy, what a case, but I'm sure you heard what he said. It's a street boy, a street caller, or somebody who called him. You know what annoys me is that they take the person and run the person down. The next day, now they talk black ones who do so. Who turn around now? Now, my yagan because and some now can you finance minister cabinet, which means to say the Canadian you're correct. So why are they running him down? In the same government, a B didn't attempt say, oh yeah, class 1 economist, first year economist grandpa and can the okay. Now Ubin Swaka say, as some now can cry in him that your finance minister crack. Until Obika say this government is a government in confusion. It's not it's the evidence are there. The government is totally confused. But that is why finance minister Eka said, yes, we are putting moratorium on borrowing. Now the president himself to say, who told you that? We have a borrower. You see, the thing we are at some year about borrowing now. It's answer Mahama and economists don't tell you say borrowing is good, but there's a limit to what you can borrow. You can't borrow yourself out of difficulties. You can't borrow yourself, either as an individual, and as a government, you mean borrow yourself out of difficulties. So you have to put a break somewhere. Last time I make catch or say, so what started a bobra? So now what is loans are available to say the saying just you bank so bejilo now I call what you get to blaster no what 24 club what did you be what called sofa we can on afi bosumi dua katia e de ma won interest cry say utua on those loans no abro waketua no. That is the kind of economy we are running now. And you say loans here. Wait me borrow the Akoye road. It be a good. But as I say, making sure say your inflows. See can now on a regular basis now. Loan ain't me changing all of a sudden. Will you be able to pay for the loan? Both the interest and the capital. So one is now see loan available to Bedia. You collapse the economy. And that is what NDC is likely to do. We are now going back to HIPIC. We're out of HIPIC. They are sending us back to HIPIC. Because they say a debt to GDP ratio is around 60%.
Honorable member for Fantiakwa South in the eastern region of Ghana, Honorable Kofi Ochre Ejekum and Yetino Echo. Yentio, final submission.
Yeah, my final submission is as a matter of fact, as I say, we in nature, Ghana for Adiebi so say. Impenium for NDC for Parry almost say, Mambeye Ejuma. Now, from NDC as a government, they also fail in that they bring you more cry each one at their moment because a job for the boys qualify cry each one and also an indictment on the whole nation because the next few years of our lives, as per se, 4 years of who are with the 4 years, which means 1 month. And from election 2012 up to the next election 2016, I am challenging Ghanaians the way NDC for Ebo Maya one text that can say yes a man for a war your friends and loyalty to the NDC party nanka dia de na ye NDC party oya eyomofe ma me believe say ye ka say ye kwai omo crofo omo de omo buy so bebu o man they know next to nothing. And until what they have traded in the past is to be able to insult leaders. When you insult a leader, you are given a post. No, be so name she onim de near money post because at the end, no, or no son in pay, no, on to me, Jumano. Now the Jumano so about Shannon Sano. And you're gonna for 4 years and no to chacha. To chacha. It's a no,
Pamisik, no, members, woman can pick his sound.
I know dear mine for the next 4 years of our lives. It's unsaid leaders are not some conform pyroman, be brain imity. Or Bumusonana propaganda and as a cassa or yem penny for the pyromunina ammo job as job for the boys. Any idea more buo mine. At this moment, they are captaining a country, and a country is so unconi. Into me, I am just challenging everybody. Says a loyalty name because of party chronism. Any nepotism na man for gusu ye wo man mu a me say Mr. Mahama onfa adon no kanche ne Ministry of Information no mfre Ghana for penimfo nyina asabi out of any political baby ye from on board no mu making known to Ghana say ya fa sankof even ko anfa kra no onfa all the presidential candidates no no ka say ye between Ghana. I don't want to hear any political NDC communicator ever so everybody should come on deck. I'm telling them, Mr.
Come on deck.
Yeah, Mr. President, Mr. Mahama. From this platform, let your people, because they've traded insult upon insult in the past. In more be on him de he or she does not want to contribute. And Ghana has the men and women of this country. But they've insulted people in the past. Me among positions, man. Sa position no cramo umbu penibia o mem. Enti enyema bebrana me can say. So Timodini edi o man so an embody opinion. That's not mean today era we are going to war with salt. No, even insult are even sharper than what the source. Any nyema boni bia ye mo man ko nenim no. So what you understand say o me ko borrow. Let me dey here for example my salaries on single spine now. Now if you say uboro now the single spine now obi so cause uboro now the monumental bibi infrastructure why na go fi say sabiri we obetumi aka say oye bibi ama o man na just say at the end no me mboro mem meka na hundi ah obi so ho betumi eboro e dey aye bibi afa so beba ho enti e get priority and na elections here e ko muso na nsin 2012 no I am not surprised would they hear the other sectors no extreme expenditure e ko so any excesses omo here minti bi mpo da the values were huge. You know the election in also be peaceful. Expenditure ko money ade apart from me presidential candidate. When we never declare on expenditure base ni ade. When we know we are not better so say the we are back across the bridge. Na say Yakopon nsi wo hene. No see wo hene a. These are the things you go through.
John Mahama no be seen when Ghana for to abama.
Mama nka sam jai kasa kwa na me pa chere say umbre so ye. Na so umbre aso a. Embre no so a woni ye na be kire because wo green book na mo parade say schools and atrimo yi ni nyina fi mu no hwe mama nkire let me tell you something so maybe presidential candidate Dr. Indum ka say obetumi aye bibia o ne awaye nti no obetumi aye if other people also say obetumi aye bibia o ne o aye nti na wo John Mahama dia de na waye dia de no wetumi aye da. So at the end these are the things in the next 4 years na eba be end no 8 years vice president to presidency into we na catch am say wo buy 1 year ni say ya and I mean ti say enunti ndo buy also no and ye hu declination in virtually every sector with high input or high what consumption of Ghanaians or musika taxes ye ko negative na gwe mu nyina no enye omamboni we mu nyina no enye omanya apinye wo mu ni I say somebody should tell me say me kwa na me hu dia mo kan kire me. But when you wake up and you say a coin dem to say ABI friends and minam highway bi na me kwa those social goods no at the end of the day no say we no ba no de bi kan wa we want leaders because we want to see innovative leaders that could do exceptionally unique something obetumi aka so we dey oba say no obetumi aye but don't man be the normal thing ye person ka o man ye 50 years no ye person by this time ka growth rate ye nenam Where are we? Go and call these young boys. I said, gray hair. Put them here. You see name on Baba Kachiro. From the 5th equator to a black community. Is that the kind of nation? A peninka somewhere. Uncommodity wisdom beton crackers. Hey, and some way no. Send your yanka yam papa. But they will trade in salt. They will just you be reduced to nothing. Now the pain and you if you say ex-president Ronald Tamano Yakolan, you if you say obey a pin when you agree here. Today, and you may be an year in the past, and then on you. We should also remember. So when you gray hair, one day you get a gray hair.
That when you would the internet,
no, I mean can't say and yes only gray hair, but it gives you some certain level of what wisdom. And oh yeah, there's all better. You won't be with 2 years. I'm a journalist politician. I am not here because of my stomach. And I mean, can near my no credit. Me can't to say, the be. Obi fi mebusem na sade bi ye okay a ono so be enjoy bi enkonko yese ne ye be kwa ma me nko a and political talk any political talk yenjai me say Mr. Mahama o china eye Wednesday opia on fa announcement ko radio station nyina on pass o invite you all the presidential candidates we on pick and choose some people in this country now ka say this nation is challenged and nunti we need to do this and that. Don't parade these things and come into the floor of the parliament and come and say the nation is challenged and for that matter economic problem and nunti and a single spine ADSK now so we know Tino Kaseba a managing the salary a managing the per diem a managing yeah, Ghana for ye money on Manenko. Now, what shall Yama a coso and Naya and my businesses and to me flourish here? No, be some say a cobayana. Do so,
from the Progressive People's Party, instead of free SHS, he should pay us arrears, our salary arrears. He want to use retroactive law on us. Michael Edifrey for the men and our dear band. Where's Bonsufalis Edifrey Cassium Brave region was saying, NDC, what have we done to deserve this kind of punishment? God have mercy on us. In this country, we have all the minerals, timber, and now oil. Yet still, we go out to borrow money from country which don't have even half of what we have. This country, so when will Ghana stand on its own? That other countries will come and borrow from us. Ghana, Ghana leaders, please tell us the truth. Mahama, Osabuti, anyone also, Edebaya. President Mahama and his people confused. They should go to Kufuor and his men to teach them how to govern the nation. We are suffering, Tom. Nana Kofi and Awononso, what they ever yet. Nana, let me draw your attention to what is happening in this country. The government just put a ban on the cutting of rosewood. Just recently, the ban was lifted and contract was given to the brother of the president. Nana, before one can get a paper to convey some of the rosewood, one has to buy a paper to a truck at the cost of 6,000 Ghana cedis, while it costs 2,000 Ghana cedis. My problem is this government does not think about the ordinary Ghanaian. Mate, I will make a follow-up. NDC is working except that Ghana, but not this Ghana. They go to the north and tell them that the Ashantis don't like them and come to the south to say they should unite. Hypocrites. We say, oh, what a poor leadership Ghana has ever had. The most painful thing is that our so-called educated politicians continue to deceive us. Prof. Edifri Dansuman and Awade Abba. Owusu Bedu Prince Edifri Kumas will say, the NDC has spoken. He needs applause. Long live NDC, long live Honorable. When Wadiaba Charles Ohene Ando was let the NDC man in your studio accept the fact that we are in hard times. Common chalk we have to buy to teach the students at Obuase at the basic schools. Feeding grants at the SHS has stopped coming. School feeding project is badly handled. Can they see or are paid to chalk keke. Mati. NDC communicators are killing Ghanaians softly with their blatant lies and incompetence. Nana, we don't need a soothsayer to say we are dying. Their performance is door to the power cube. Mati, maybe a telephone lines not to answer. Honorable Dublin Kofi, so NDC member of Parliament for Preston Honey Valley. We to have Fred Wagin Chab on 050-6565-750. Now with you.
Yeah, no, me per se, no, me near excuse me. Emfa,
the problem about so.
Emfa problem be a man so.
Okay.
Your GDP growth from 2001 at minority enumerated. 2001 was 3.7. As
left by the NDC.
Whether it was left by who, it was 3.7.
I just want you to understand. When you
and then that's 4.0 in 2009. Let us compare. 2002, 4.5 against 2010, 5.9. So what can it was so, but the meaning tears you say, Ubeka said GDP growth from minus oil. Then all these indicators it should go minus gold.
No.
Why no?
Because they all include gold.
Why no?
No,
so
you see,
you see, if we say we should take the oil out of this, that's 14.4, no, so is it 14.4 or 14.7? Nah. Then say your calculation on the GDP growth now. We should include gold because gold is a ton of money. Your percentage, you Ghana percentage, you
okay, I see your
now, when you my dear,
I see your problem.
Miss say,
sorry.
the way I say Casawo, a Montino, na ubi ni experience, no more young Kolanki to a yes, of course, it be a bit of casting you a bonting. Yet here, and send you away a car. But who could feel now reflected on it? I say, Harry Mancasay. Mesre. No, could you tell me no mudia temna? Me say the papa, me
they did.
Me ba. I must say they didn't do it.
But they're still
But
doing.
one Casso could tell them
So
who puts a class to say attempt did and who did it?
no,
Look
when are we going to let them stop? The many of them are
Master, and yet, Obiafum. What you say?
Me
why the money post? So Casadi and you so many post that.
Dabi, and none we want to found on it. No, me, I'm not insulting, but I'm
pointing to the mama say would you attempt it? Some can go back on what did yet, Master, and why politics na you know.
All right, let's move on.
Mamin called Duncan of Fame and Ni and the Woodukwa. Name it you.
Hey.
Name it you.
Yeah. Good evening.
Evening, name it you.
But we should be many more years. We have not attached the best stories in the don't do quite from the question. Master Planning yet. Good about our first to come. It's no more who can tell
Martini, Medasi, Honorable
Yeah, yo, Mammy, Cassie. Let me say, media, make one NDC, maybe we have an NDC government equation. Got NDC government equation. Let me explain it to you. Bye, and Yama happens to say taxes. Yeah, increase tax beer organ, yeah, increase. It will 100%, it be 1,000%. Road tolls. That's number one. Abambai will move above 45 billion, or the Abeka 9 billion and you'll 45 billion in 5 years. Abambai, your oil money, I ain't economy over $1.5 billion. Now, at the end, and then for so on as any man in their brain, taxes is not
what you commit Messamba so of a Abidjan from Takrade in the western region of Ghana. Of Atamintu.
Hello,
Napomu of Atangentium Yentu.
Yes, I'm more about I have from of Atamika Peter Crady to my. Now, listen, you know, at the walk there, yeah, they shall not check your papa. saying I am boom, pharmacy cancer. Name it Twitter credit. Yaman can be our own far. Also, madam, you also have a possibility of boom. Because make her. You be a gay that be a so I will be a day and I'm going to see what it. And I know I am people in Baumia, Mutala. What's the son or tear and a prophet of doom and a son almost the year PPP, somebody who's here and a comment from a son or can almost go for a economy and say, I don't say that way. It is an empowerment of Yetiana. And the Mr. Amani Wanya. And why yet
Mate, Medasi.
My equation, me say, NDC government equation, increases in taxes, fees, and royalties. Yenya increase in loans, link loans, so there's an inflow of about 45 billion. Oil, Nyakopon Brian oil, within their time, another 1.5 billion to 2 billion has come into the kitties. Now, results of all this, they say, there's increase in fuel, electricity, water, and school fees. Government have decided to freeze salaries. Despite all this increase, government said, I'll freeze salaries. The other side of the equation is that government saying that so Cheni and I work a beer out in the cabe or the cabe numbers we 3 months.
Over 3 months.
The Bronx region. I can't one sentence. But
Frank and I want to get the Frank and Dwayne.
Who's the question? The audience happiness or starting you. Government say we're freezing salaries. How come say inflation within this month alone? Also, we're freezing salaries in 2014.
It was on freezing.
No, on freezing increasing salary. No, you need to explain. No, freeze.
Government has freeze salary.
But the people they know that I'm talking about increase, freezing increase. Don't worry about it. Government is there. Obi abeye jumana say udinekana wumpia. I say if you never they make 3 months they can never ship. But they say
Ima ewo break in the region of Ghana. Ima memo akwa banamiti entientiam.
Where they say it is system.
Yeah, me mama Juma.
Ima ye josu.
Efrem Ima, Febrekum. Ne ye say Ghana ha no. Tem bia say yihu ade na ye ka. Ne atwam kra na nipa. Dia start wo. But tem bia le mi hu say asema atwam o de to na abrabo ho a etwam abrabo kwati. Ade na aban ne ye no enye. Usan this man no emotional person pa but party no could be no never be pambra. Nti amana ha no. We don't kata o hwe na what we so no ha no. But e adwuma na o ye tie bende. Nti me say mama joma ama na onye den o ngu ama no ma ye na e de ma say nko ye e too much. Dada
Mati, honorable wrap up, mommy.
The next thing say the other side of the equation is government say we cancel allowances to teacher trainees and nurses. They say teacher for as a so much talk so much idea. And now the abba of many say hardship. Inti equation we there and yet it's about no can say own timia. You should get out of the kitchen. Me support to the idea crazy and you know can move in boom. Where then waka boom. Uba ko yi finance minister na sin chen na wa ko yi finance minister what me atret no and as uba ko yi John Mahama sin chen na say papa ko sin do na wa idea sa no dey be president how does it make money nye dey because leadership no is only one.
It's only one.
Just we can't change anything
in the upper east region of Ghana. Joe Mintio
na come last year you are na me come.
Hello?
Joseph Mitier was one of
the and just a question and balance it.
Yeah, I just want to add a little to this government. But it's always now very, very hard for us. Especially with the Northerners, we are suffering a lot from this government. Now, coming to the salary aspect that the government and then even now that they are doing that for years, and then you are saying that you pay them only 3 months. you cannot pay them the remaining amount. What are we saying? So what I'm doing is that let's just allow this government to just do what he wants to do for the last time. Then we just push it out.
Thank you very much, Joe. Thank you for your contribution. Paddy and Odiaba was say, good evening, sir. We are all dying. Why? Now from Accra to Sunyane is 45 Ghana cedis, and so in and out is 90 Ghana cedis. And also Odiaba Honorable Ora.
Last, you say, before I may start, let's say, come me chia or him be your friend. Do not say him. Nana. Jechi say odi da finchi ada ye didn't see ade no first year university nti o ye niam bebre wo me constituency Easter time ya nti obebodu akese pa on the 19th obi eba oba beto arafat wo
ka je se meba
oba beto arafat nti on the 19th die dunase fuo ni mumadufo nyina ye nyina ye ko dunase ye ko boa na na jechi say Dunasi, na we na finish ada.
Mama cover me very last.
President Kufo na here guest of honor.
Some crown me a guest speaker. Solo and I want temper in the one of region. Solo, yet you.
With the panel of Minasa, now let's say a chief with Minasa. My program is a very nice program. But then the next panels and I say, we know more politics and politics. No more say the facts and I can say, see, yeah, no, we have so many, and you're not queer. Then we see, no, we have politics and politics, politics affiliation and 20. And all 55 and you know, so my, it's all political, so mine, never queer. So I think you're so more, most of the name, and I see one pair. This I see on my mind.
Mati Solo, many shows on our own play. I apologize. What can I do?
Yes, no, me person me change Ghana for again. Chandiaba was say. We need say, who ye stock taking a funnel and nearma NDC buyer or share or ye man Ghana for. Number one, Mukai say, 100 days in power no. Or more reference points and no shall say SCZ 4x4 cars or Groma. Any public toilet. That is the beginning of a near man. Buy or my first day, just say from ex-president Kufo handing over to Professor Mills. I am telling you.
When I say about public toilet seizure, my very first time I witnessed it was when MPP took over from the NDC. So if you are making a reference,
I am
we should be able to go back to.
I am not saying public toilet too. I'm listed to pay and a waha. Me bra penny ma equation be. And I may train I be places the very first thing now. Almost easy, I cost easy. And pennyphobia, serving can you so much easy on Cromoka. Almost easy car back, because I name. Nanaduka. That's the a chain and up toilet in the DHD, public toilets in the idea, and a whole lot. So they came into governance with a certain perception, certain understanding. Ideology claiming to be socialist, yet no, omune ye ni omuniama omu ye no, and omugusu so omu ye no. Omundwin odaseni ho, no man ka say ye amebia so. Ye dream what to do by creating, looting and sharing. And at the end of the day, you know, say me person me share ade statement car, I have to go and pay you to even a Supreme Court judge. Because who to me who say in niama saying nyina akoso wo memo. So as I speak to you, this has been the situation year in, year out in the whole process. Because at the end of the day, they are the power of me catch me say me catch us well. NDC as a government or new NDC came to power now. Omo enya bibi pebia ankyere anase anye amma Ghana for who so Ghana for we na ya ba ye say ba be ya mam. Now what the whole election you go through no. I'm not saying say other political parties are nye BBL, but look at this. It was an issue. They did everything possible because no hinin fatane see no hinin or your hinin. Everything has to be done. Mr. Bratema, a jable or say matches here discussion and to man and I contested in a very strong constituency. Where constituency will be or local government so came to contest or ono no sign divide the constituencies no even in Ghana ono menene ko e na me sign ni de ye fa saying
Renata Shadow
ono so no incumbent
member me no na obayi mam so
yeah thank you to make capasa say ban issues and on opportunities and you know debate say ya nke so na tie but the ban so obi won do advantage and no na ebo mo na mbre pa on do advantage and I just say assembly officer and yes I may finish now me sanka at the end of the day you know
what is a go you come here debate in kwa just ka which matter around
oh massa
this country doesn't work like that debate
and until I make us a Ghana for Emma yenka say yet na say 2016 but mom follow issues na mom ka say be loyal to NDC and NPP and nunti based on that no on beto aba you go and sell your right for the next 4 years and no makwa yo mo hu a up to now obi o ade enye kura na opeso gigire mu no ka say me party NDC and nunti mi ginechi seriously but them west na be enema hwe when you do kakon for you to know the omo fa kakra ne ade a omo ye incumbent at the end of the day on person omo kire mpo say ne wo bia ne say ma ban na wo power answer between ayi bibi na so sika amon for say during election time we say omo the project my youth no and the youth ni nya bi ye ya enka eno ni ana intiminia to end it no I am saying say new NDC government they have nothing to offer Ghanaians. And Ghanaians must wake up and give an alternative to the PPP.
But honorably, text message free teacher boy for say what takwa. Was so ye juma say wo ye kwan na e wo bogo so to Christian. Mo de mia woni na takwa to bogo so nka mon ye na ne nka wi a they say if you able to do this Agbena for you to listen. I'm saying earlier on my information they say Community Japan will contest to be a general secretary on the ticket of the NPP. When you accident, this car just came from a viewer or one MCCR and I was there, but Community Japan can see and a car acquire accident and a human. These are the pictures actually how a Community Japan. Mekano aye enti which me enhusadia is a car enti just in na ye wrap up yes sorry honorable MP before na Congress memenda ye 30 seconds
na me bom pa say enya asomdwe na ne dodo won pe omo entoma na me ne bi ofre no am say je mo ni miye you be me emotional
so we emotional do
in the wrong party
next time we me na say onuja party we ho a mesra san hwa na ne heaven kono ai
oja ndisi wa no heaven ko be
hey papa mo ba
yo me she Congress
but yes boana takwatu boko
yeah ekwan sesi a me ne wo kasai me firi wonra RCC on say between Takwa and the Bogoso Huniano bridge no was semi yamaba or the Soviet diversion of the yamaba me hope say by next 2 weeks no from Bogoso to I am friend the massa of our when the Niamuso Muni is
so honorable Yabrana
say your Congress na your me see a young Yakuna may by Saturday by this time now me by this time near can't resource no it will be our contest we support you because we believe we say no wait we believe we say coca and you who be then you yeah party no Saturday you two about you be who any G any euphoria beba hon
me we show mo well na sabe omunsuan fi ni NDC ye ya anye fe no omunye no mo de ni fe
munyanya mudi o
Ako mistake 2012 parliamentary candidate on the ticket of the Progressive People Party in the Tema West constituency of the Greater Accra region. Honorable Member of Parliament for Fantiakwa South on the ticket of the NPP, Honorable Kofi Ochiri Ejikum Sansona, Honorable Member for Pristiamoni Valley in the Western region on the ticket of the NDC, Honorable Eduble Kofi. One more never come home, and I'm the Jumedi Ebrewo Isaac Otin. Nana to 4 Shaibu Dan Kunke Sewa one more and a boy chichi mufidino abaya benjamin to mention him media me just so and Nana Yafianco echinary yaso shiame Abraham de ASEM Yi DiKa bawakom nemo my channel pa Yeah, Cody stay a drum at the same. Your name at the Phobia and Pabosis.
ASEM Yi DiKa, Inabeko, Miara, Hello, Miara, Ejumelia, Inabeke, Miara, Hello, Miara, Obiretipo, Inabeko, Miara, Hello, Miara. ASEM Yi business for ASEM Yi Miara.